Hey everybody, I have to point this out, and the simple fact of the matter is that Oakland Mayor Thao has not explained her position regarding the Oakland Athletics and their relocation to Las Vegas or her meetings with them. And more importantly, she has not opened herself up to talk with anyone, specifically me, who would be critical of her approach, unlike Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf, which simply means that Mayor Thao does not have confidence in her ability to defend her actions regarding the athletics, and her behavior shows straight out, folks, that it's a pattern in this society that's a problem. People would rather avoid speaking with those who have a criticism, for the most part, and they would then choose to make insults about them on social media, which I believe they think is comforting. It is also a sign, frankly speaking, of immaturity. That's right. Well-formed adults understand the need to have an exchange face-to-face, or as much as possible with technology, regarding disagreements and how something is handled. That actually makes for better policy. But Mayor Thao avoids that. She does not want to be in any arena where she is openly criticized, because she doesn't simply have a comeback. She believes, and the people who are, if you will, advising her believe, that by not talking to me, they can somehow take me out of the picture, which is crazy. But that's what they believe. They don't understand how this works. I am Oakland's first YouTube partner, and it's not by accident. I've been at this longer than anybody else in Oakland, and than most people in the United States to begin with. So Shang doesn't want to open herself up to questions like, for example, Ms. Mayor, why did you choose to advance requests of having the athletics pay for costs that the city was originally going to help the athletics bear by establishing a tax increment financing zone? Which leads to this other question. Mayor Thao, do you know what tax increment financing is? At least Libby got it. Maybe not quite calculatively, but she understood it conceptually. Do you? You've been council member for 4 years on top of that, so it's not like you came into this, right? Do you understand that SB 293 Skinner called for us to form a tax increment financing district on behalf of the Oakland Athletics, and that the legislation specifically points to and was designed for Howard Terminal? Do you understand that, Ms. Mayor? Do you understand that we are now 4 years behind schedule because, well, the tax increment financing zone was never implemented so that there would be enough money to pay for community benefits, affordable housing? Instead, you made it your objective to force the athletics to pay for affordable housing, basically out of pocket, as opposed to via a subsidy that would be fueled by the construction of the ballpark and the ancillary development around it. Do you get that, Ms. Mayor? And Ms. Mayor, why are you choosing to put yourself out there, just like Mayor Schaaf did, as the face of the project, rather than your project manager, Molly Mayburn? Why do you leave Molly Mayburn in the shadows, much as Libby Schaaf did? Do you get that? Ms. Mayor, do you get that when you go to a meeting with Major League Baseball commissioner or the NFL commissioner, that we don't take your chief of staff and your communications director to join you with your project manager? You take the city administrator and another elected official and a celebrity. You send the message that you have the people in the room that can get enough attention for the effort, hence the celebrity, and can make sure the project is implemented to approval. That's where your elected official and your city administrator come in. You send the message that you can do the job. Bringing your chief of staff and your communications person isn't the way. But that's what you did. And the photographs indicate, the ones that you allow yourselves to be taken in, that you were essentially showing eye candy to the commissioner of baseball. Do you get that you're insulting the commissioner of baseball by implying that they think that way and they can be swayed? Do you realize that that's not the way to do things? Ms. Mayor, do you truly understand what it is you're doing with respect to this project? Those are the questions and more that I have for you. Shang, you can't just sit out there and think, I've got no critics. Face your critics. Be a real mayor. Real mayors face their critics. At least Libby did that. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnowblog.com. Oh, and by the way, you do realize that all of your conversations have been with white-owned media and with white men. Now, if you point to Raj Matai, I point out to you that Raj, love him, is also with Kron 4, an Indian, all right? So the big problems that could be solved, like one of my viewers are pointing out right now regarding economic dislocation, by the implementation of a Howard Terminal tax increment financing zone, which, if done properly, would have yielded $9.7 billion in TIF revenue, assuming a 4% rate of growth in assessed value of a 45-year period, starting only with a $2 billion base year assessed value. That's it. That's it. That's how powerful tax increment financing is, and that's how powerful the California allowance of a 45-year collection period is, all right, versus, say, 30 years in Nevada, okay? All right? Harrison says, I think the public can see through her show horsing. Yeah, she is. That was show horsing. Can I borrow that term? I like that, man. Show horsing. That's exactly what she was doing. Show horsing. But it's not the way to run a city. Yeah, it's a byproduct of this. We've degenerated into left-right politics. Look, I'm going to finish this later. I'll be back, in the words of Arnold. All right? Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnowblog.com. That ends this broadcast.